Hello, 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 and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Per, I still don't have anything to drink because I drank it
It's
all.
been that kind of day.
It's been that kind of that. But I do have my cup mug, and that's important. And you can get your cup mug at lologyscreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug, period.
And hello, my name is Jack. I am the resident game designer of the panel, and I would never lie to you about the location. Just don't consider anything I'm saying to be truthful, and then there's no problem.
I don't believe anything you say anyway, Jack, so it's fine.
Great. That's exactly the vibe I want.
Period.
I
Period.
we're in Amsterdam. Sorry, I meant Brussels.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that. I believe that. But we are here talking about Destination X, episode 4. And yeah, we're excited to jump right into it. But you know the drill. If you watched this season, if you watched this series before, you know the drill. If you haven't, this is your first time checking us out. Hello. Hello, welcome. We appreciate you stepping in, watching and seeing what we're all about. Um, hit the subscribe button right here because we are here on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year because it unlocks a lot of fun things for us to do here on YouTube and it only helps us make our content better. So if you feel led to, and I know you do because you like Jack and I know you do. You look at us, you like us. And I will send you hearts and love if you do. Like, look at that. Look at that. That's all for you. So if you just help us out, hit the subscribe button, help us get to 1,000 new subscribers, it will be great. And if you would also take that love and share it to all of our other channels because all of our channels in the Cup Network are on that same mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. And I tell you, our channels are hitting up all over the place. Our drag channel or drag race channel is spicy heating up. We have a lot of fun things going on, a lot of fun guests joining us on our channel. So you definitely want to check out our drag channel is at the Cup Pod. If you are a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, which just had their big, huge deal going on over there. So a lot of content is on that page at the Cup ESC. And if you're a fan of WWE wrestling, we got PLEs happening all the time. Night of Champions is coming up is our next one. So you want to check that out at the Cup ringside. All of the good things are happening. We love that. We appreciate you. Join us on our audio podcast. And if you haven't, if you need to check us out on the go, and join our Patreon. We got a lot of fun things going on in our Patreon. All those links will be in the description below. And you can follow us on our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Now we got all that out of the way. Jack, let's talk Destination X. And
Huh.
the title of this episode is Let the Deceit Begin. Ooh.
And what an accurate title, as we kind of do see the first intentional game move of the season, and I think this will actively start making players play.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I do have some things to say because last week I had some thoughts about um my dear sis Allie and how she was talking to Janae, talking about Janae, talking about some were you liked on your season? Hello. Yes. She was loved on her season. Don't play in my girl face. I'm still a little annoyed at you for that, Allie. But then you don't stop. You don't know when to stop. And I think you're threatened. I think you think Janae wants your man. Janae don't want Shay. I just want you to know that now. She don't want your man. She got a man. She got Kenny. She don't need no Shay. What is girl? I think she feels a little threatened by Janae, but that's okay. That's just me personally. But then she continues in this episode and just continues to just nitpick at Janae the whole time. And I'm like, Allie girl, what is your problem? And I promise you, when she get kicked off the show, because I'm manifesting she get kicked off the show, but when she does, and we have a chance to talk to Miss Allie, I'm surely never gonna ask her. I'm surely gonna. What is your problem with Janae? What was your beef?
And you will be doing that interview because I'm not touching that.
I want
Enjoy
it.
that one.
I
Enjoy
want.
that one.
I want it so badly. It makes my teeth hurt. I want it so badly because I'm like, girl, because I want to like you, but what was your beef with Janae?
Uh,
Why were you coming for her so hard? I get she was new and she came into the game late, but you were making snide comments. What was that about? Hmm? Because
hmm.
in this episode, what did she ask her? What did she say? I can't even remember what she was. It was real. Yeah, I didn't like it. All I know is I didn't like how it was, but I'm gonna watch it again and figure out what she said. But Ty is still going on about this lie she didn't met Janae, and people don't believe her. They don't believe her for a second.
Now, granted, and we do talk about this in the exit interview with the person who goes out this week, but there was a reason why maybe Janae didn't say it. Why Ty didn't fully admit to it. And that's because she thought she couldn't. She was kind of implied that she couldn't directly talk about it, but then Peter talked about it, and Ty panicked essentially and went, uh, um, um, I only got a letter. Like, huh? It
Yeah,
it wasn't smooth at all.
it wasn't smooth at all. Nobody's buying it, but now that has created some
Mistrust.
mistrust within the alliance that Ty is in because they don't believe that she didn't meet Janae. And everybody's like, why was she lying about that? Like, why would you, if it was brought up, if Peter brought it up, why didn't you just own up to it and just say, yeah, I met Janae? And then Shane basically outs it and like, I heard her screaming with another woman. So she had to have met Jen. I'm like, you're in a maze on the outside, voices carrying. Y'all were doing a lot of
But granted, they were not in a maze at that point. They were on top of bridges. It was
bridges.
very audible.
So I'm like, girl, okay. But so they nobody trusts Ty anymore. And I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
well,
Okay.
Julie. All right, we see where this is
Yeah,
going.
no, we can.
we can we can see
Yeah,
what's
I'm
happening.
just gonna pray that Ty wins, gets information, and she'll be
Right.
fine.
And so we do go to the goggles sign comes on. Oh wait, we do see Peter and Janae go, look at the bus, and they go see, and they agree that they are going to work together because they need each other. Because Janae is like, I know, I feel it, like they're already trying to oust us a little bit, and Peter's like, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
we kind of need to work together. And I was like, absolutely, Janae and
a
Peter,
100%.
I'm here for that world.
Late entrance after 3 rounds of gameplay. Absolutely need to work with together. Not a
Oh,
question.
absolutely, no question. And so we see that they're trying to talk and integrate with everybody, but some people are just being like, I want to know what Kim's problem is too. Like, what is her beef? What is her deal? Like, she don't like nothing. She don't like nothing, and she's just not
Mm.
my cup of tea, to be honest. I might have to pass that interview off to you or Logan because not my cup of tea, to be honest.
Okay.
Uh, because I don't particularly care for that one that much. Um, Only because I feel like she's doing too much. Like she's trying to be so she's so opinionated about so much that it doesn't take all that. Like she don't have to have that attitude towards people, and
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. It's something about her
It,
that's
it,
not
it
connecting
can
with me.
definitely be a lot.
Yeah,
She's very much. I think trying to play a motherly role and like trying to be very comforting for everyone, but it potentially is coming off a bit like slow down.
I
You're
feel like she's
okay.
trying, right? I think she's trying to be even not even a mother, but like the cool auntie. Like I'm this,
Oh yeah.
like she tries to be the I'm the cool or the cool mom. I like to do all this crazy stuff, and my kids are gonna be like, "What, mom? You did?" Like I think she's trying to prove that she's
Hmm.
more exciting than anybody else. Like I've done this, I've done that. I had run this amazing life. And good on you, gal. If you had this amazing life, great for you. I love that for you. But it just feels like a little too much coming at me at one time when it comes to her. And I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know if I connect with her character on this show. Even if she's like, I'm just being myself, it just feels very forced.
Yeah.
Um, but we do see them get ready for a challenge though, because now the goggles are on. It's time for a challenge. And I do love, as much as we said we don't like how they don't have to show us the eyeballs every time, they don't. But
They don't,
what I
but
do love about this part of the show when they put the goggles on is when they show all these clips of different things really fast, and we're like, "Oh my gosh,
oh
where's
yeah.
he gonna land?" And then it comes, or they show us all this landscape of this stuff that we've seen that before, and it's like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna be here in this place," and then when it comes on. It's totally different from what we saw in the flashing things. It's like, oh, we're not even anywhere near this. Okay, I love that. But when the goggles come off this time, we see Ty, uh, Allie, and Mac sitting in a booth. I'm like, what the heck is happening?
That's
Let's
yeah, no, like and they don't have any like team colors on or like anything. They're just in normal clothes. So it's like did they just randomly win like an advantage or something, or it's
right.
like we're going to be shown the other two groups, but no, they get to sit inside and essentially be team captains for this mission
Maybe they were
at a
probably
cost
randomly
and a benefit.
selected.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, randomly selected to be team captains at some point or callers.
Hmm.
Because when we do see the other team, they're sitting at this table and they're being pulled into the air 150 feet into the air with the goggles on. And it's like, whoa,
Okay.
what is happening?
That that is a very interesting thing to throw at these people. I mean, it does basically give us a nice showpiece of like, yeah, yeah, just to throw a dining table up into the sky and just a bunch of cameramen, six people in a line, just hope nothing breaks. And at least if they're afraid of heights, they don't know how high they are.
I don't know because they got the
Which,
goggles on. So sure. Um, so the callers are going to be listening to the people in the air tell them about a certain food that they're eating. They have to describe it. They have to describe what it tastes like, what it feels like, what it, everything, but they can't see it. So they have to describe it clearly. So on the teams were Biggie and Rick with Ty, um, Kim and Peter with Mac, and Janae and Shane with Allie. I'm like, ugh, not this, not not this. But so they all had, like I said, touch food, taste it, see what it felt like, see what it, describe it the best way they can. So then the caller or the guesser will then have to guess and see between all of these dishes that are placed in front of them what they are describing. And so Allie's team goes for Janae and Shane, and they have to eat this. It was like a sausage of some kind.
I think it was, I want to say it was ox tripe or something similar.
Yeah. It was some kind of something, and it was more. And they were like, "It's a sausage. It's rubbery. It's chewy. It was gross." And the people who were eating had to eat the entirety of the plate, in order to get the point. So that was another stipulation that had to happen. You had to eat the entirety of the plate, even if the guesser guesses correctly. If the people who didn't eat the entire, if they didn't eat the entirety of the plate, they don't get the point. And so they guessed this, and Allie guesses wrong. She guesses some kind of sausage, some a different kind of sausage, French
Anchovy
sausage,
sausage, I
andouille or
think.
something, and it wasn't it. Then Kim and Peter go, and they are tasting, and Kim is like,
Kim cannot get this down in the slightest.
is the whole time, and Peter's just laughing because he's just like, stop it. And she's like,
So they're not winning the mission because Kim can't eat anything. Cool. Great.
it's so wild. But there's like, it's a fishy, it's a tail on here, it's something, and I think Matt guesses something wrong, but it was actually some a,
I
s-
want to say frog leg? No.
no, it was they guessed frog leg, but it was the fish. It was a fermented fish
Oh, yes.
from Sweden.
Yeah. Fermented herring.
Herring, yeah, from Sweden. And then Biggie and Rick, they had this spicy um
I want to say
something.
tripe.
Tripe. It was tripe. It was a spicy tripe. And they was just like, oh my God, it's spicy. It's like flat on this. Like, I think they described it the best because they felt it first. They're like, it's flat on the tray, it's flat on the plate. It's very spongy. It's spicy. It's a chili on it because it tastes of chili. It's
Yeah.
extra chili. So they described it. So Ty was able to correctly guess of where it was.
I will say I do think they had the easiest option because
Mhm.
all the other ones had it was basically like a rubber processed meat with like a sauce on top of it. They
Mhm.
get chilies. Like
Mhm.
all you have to say is the word chili and the person immediately knows where to put it in. So honestly,
Yeah,
slightly unfair to just like randomly give that out, but like, that's how it goes.
absolutely. And so then the next round they had to do was more like a dessert, and Janae and Shane had this, like, it looked like a tart, but it was in a crust, but they had, it was like, she's, as Janae said, like boba balls, like you, it's
Hmm.
the things that, and it's like, it's very sour, it's boba like balls that they put in the mouth. They had this, and it double gush out of. Janae could not finish that. She She
Yeah.
could not finish that. Allie guessed correctly, but Janae couldn't finish it. So it was 2 points because the second round the points were doubled. So they lost 2 points this round.
I want to say it was a red currant tart,
Okay.
which I've only had red currant once. It is stupid sour. It's like it's very difficult to get down, so I do not blame her.
Yeah, no, I've never had it, and thankfully I don't think I want it. Uh, so then Kim and Peter had what I want to call a seafood smoothie because this thing was like,
Uh-huh.
it was like it was fish shake, like a fish shake, which I'm like,
Dessert?
who eats that? Ew. Not me. Yeah, no. No, thank you. Absolutely not. You couldn't pay me enough to do it. Uh, um, so that was wild, but Kim could not finish it. Peter finished his, Kim couldn't finish it. And then Biggie and Rick, they had, like, I can't even remember what they had. But they really didn't have to do it because they won already.
Yeah, they had already won, so it was
So
just
we
like a
didn't even see
victory
what they
lap.
eat. Right. We didn't even see what they ate because they had already won. But they got it right. Whatever it was, she got it right because they ended up with 3 points. I can't remember what it was though. I think it was more like a, almost like a creamy custardy type deal because they had a
Yeah,
brulee up
probably.
there. Yeah, it was like a creamy custardy type deal. But they won, and so Rick and Biggie were able to see where they were suspended, which was Volendam, pulling them, and they were able to see it because the goggles came on. They were the only ones to see it. Ty did not get to see it because she was in a different location, but she was hoping that her teammates would tell her, what they saw. And they saw the lake, they saw a Dutch flag, they saw a lot of houses, which is nothing but the Netherlands. They said, as Biggie would put it, nothing but the Netherlands could live like this. And it was a lot of,
Yeah.
they just figured out where they were. They figured they were in the Netherlands. They were like, okay, we're in the Netherlands. That's fine.
And politely, at this point, like going through all the major cities in Amsterdam, I think there's one, which is like great. Okay, there's one place you're going to end up being. It's Amsterdam. Great. You can
Yeah,
just
going
lock
through
that
all
in
the
on the
cities in
map now.
Netherlands.
Done.
Absolutely. Because it's like they have only been going to the major cities on this journey. So
Hmm.
I'm like, after a while, you start thinking like we went to uh Paris, we've been to um
Rome.
Rome, all the bigger places in these cities. So I just need to figure out where I am, what country I'm in, and I'm picking that capital city as where we are, probably.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's gonna be my first initial thought. And so once they found out they were in the Netherlands, they were like, okay, that's where we are.
Great.
They decided they were not going to tell Ty where they were because they wanted to test her and make sure she's not going to say anything to anybody of what they said. So they ended up telling her that they saw a red, yellow, and black flag. I mean, red, yellow, and black thing
Oh,
on the table, like
yeah.
colors on the table. It wasn't a flag, but those were the colors that was on the tables, which let them think that they were in like Belgium or Brussels or something like that.
Belgium, Germany, one of the
Germany,
two.
one of the two. And so I was like, okay, okay. And then she instantly, immediately, or not even so immediately, but she ended up talking to Peter. And she ended up telling Peter that Biggie and Rick said that they were in Germany or Belgium, between the two because of the red, the black, and the yellow colors that they saw on the table. And so Peter's like, oh, okay. And I think she was trying to bond with Peter, be personally, because she's a flight attendant, he's a
Yeah.
pilot, up in the air kind of thing. Like, yeah. And she was trying to find some more alliances to work with. And she felt like Peter was a great choice to do that because he's been on the Traders and he's been on Bachelor and Bachelorette. So maybe he knows about this whole gaming thing. Come to find out, Peter is now talking to Rick because he wants to get into a situation where Peter put in the work in this episode. I will
Oh,
say,
yeah. I mean,
Peter put the work in.
Peter very much got himself into a position where he was essentially fully surrounded
Yeah,
with people that were going to work with him and give him information, which, good job. Like,
yeah,
genuinely, it's really impressive to do it that quickly.
absolutely. So Peter tells Rick that he wants to work with him, and figure out him and Janae will clearly work with him. They are perfectly happy with doing it. And if he wants to be in an alliance with him, and Rick, who has nobody at this point, is like, absolutely need to be in an alliance. Let's do it. And so he tells Peter that they're in the Netherlands. He saw a Netherlands flag, all of that. And Peter's like, okay, okay. Well, we will, that's safe. We working together, me, you, and Janae, we good. All of us all good. Biggie finds that wants to know what Rick tells. But Peter also tells Rick that Ty told him that they thought they were in Germany or Belgium. And Rick is like, see, we can't tell her nothing. She's still telling people stuff. She's still talking. And we see, that's why we didn't tell her. And so that's when he just enclosed it. No, that's not true. We didn't see that. And he told him where they were. So he was like, oh, okay. So Rick now has talked to Biggie, and Biggie's to asking him, what did he tell Peter? And he's like, I just told him about, he said, I didn't tell him anything, but what I do know is Ty told him about Germany or Belgium. And he's like, See, she can't keep her daggone mouth shut. She can't keep her daggone mouth shut. See, we don't trust her. I don't trust her anymore. I can't trust her to not even say anything. So Rick is not telling Biggie about his new alliance with Peter and Janae, and Biggie is just upset with Ty because she wouldn't keep her daggone mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
Did I
Just,
cover everything right there, that point?
I mean, basically, it's just everyone kind of going like, we kind of need to send Ty home. We don't trust her anymore. It's over, and everyone else just kind of going, yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. So we did get to the shifting dunes challenge. Oh, I forgot to use any banner that you did. Wrong one. Okay, but we go to the shifting dunes challenge, and literally, it's kind of like a safety chain, but not safety.
It's essentially a reverse safety chain, a poisoning chain. I've seen it called in
Yeah,
the past.
yeah,
Like
poison. Like you drink the poison, you die, or you move on, and that person gets to pick somebody else. Yeah.
if you remember the first challenge from Big Brother Over the Top, it is that down
Yep,
to a T.
yep,
Except for instead of some random person being chosen to go first, someone just randomly acts first and is still in the game for some reason.
right. I was like, hello,
I genuinely thought like Allie goes first, smashes
Janae's.
Janae's
To
vase,
no surprise.
and then I genuinely thought it was like, okay, so Allie is safe until the last decision. But no, no, it seems like she could have been targeted at any point. Like I don't understand it. It's a very
Yeah,
weird rule.
it was interesting. I was like, what is happening? But Ali chooses Janae. Janae chooses Kim, and then Kim chooses Peter because they're new, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Peter chooses Mac because Mac is smart. Mac chooses uh Shane.
I want to say
Oh no,
Rick.
Rick. Mac chooses
Yeah.
Rick. Yeah, Mac chooses Rick. Rick chooses Shane. And then Shane has the last bet between Biggie and Allie. And everybody's like, okay, well,
Well,
and
this feels easy. I
it's really
mean,
easy. I mean,
Allie and Shane have been kissing in the
it's
back of the bus for like a good hour before this. Like it should be obvious, but
right. But Shane chooses to smash Allie's vase because he says, I've been in a alliance with Biggie before me and Allie even got together. So I'm gonna respect that alliance that I have with Biggie. So Biggie is the shifting dunes winner. Good on you, Biggie. Good on you. And so we find out that his prize for winning is he's just gonna get told where they are.
which slow the hell. What?
What?
Huh? Huh?
It, he's just gonna get told where Destination X is. He's gonna get told where they are. And I was like, so he has this information to find out where it is and what what happens with that. And we find out because he's in his VIP room. He gets the information, he finds out exactly where they are. The vase, he flips it over and it's made in Amsterdam, which is exactly where Destination X is. But there's a twist. There's a caveat to this whole getting this piece of information. You got the information. Now you have to convince one person that you are not in Amsterdam and you are somewhere else, so that person could lose. But if you don't convince someone that you're in a different place, you go home.
And it's not even just Amsterdam. It is if everyone is in the Netherlands, regardless of answer, you go home. It's over. Which, damn, that
Right.
is that's a lot of power to just throw at someone.
A lot of power and a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, because everybody is going into the map room. Everybody's going into the map room except Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going. And so he has now have to convince one person that they are not in Amsterdam. And
There's one person that's been lied to since the beginning of this round. I wonder what happened. It's like literally the second that I hear this, I'm like, so Ty is going home. It's like it's not even a question.
it was like, this is what we're gonna do. And Allie feels a little bad because her and Ty have been close since the beginning, but she's like, it is what it is, and we can't trust her, to tell us little information. How can we trust her to tell us big information? All kind of stuff. So they do tell Ty that they are in Brussels, Belgium, and say that's where we are. I know for certain. And Ty's like, okay. And for a moment, I'm like, did she believe him? Because she looked like she didn't believe him, but then it looked like she did believe him. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But
Hmm.
we also see a conversation between Janae and Peter in the back of the bus, and it might as well have been Janae, Peter, and Kim because she was laying in the bed sleeping, sleeping, quote unquote.
Sleeping, yeah.
It's very quote unquote sleeping. But I don't know why they didn't shake the beds before they started talking. I'm like, Peter, did you not just get off
Like,
the traders?
not only did you not just get off the traders, this is an easy area to sweep. Like
Right.
it's not difficult. It is a hallway.
The hallway. Literally walk down the hallway and move all the curtains like, oh, hey, Kim. Just come to get something out the bed and then find somewhere else to talk. Like, but they didn't. Janae and Peter talks to Janae and tell them that Rick told them they were in Amsterdam. And he's like, that's, we're going to work with Rick. Janae's like, cool. And Kim is like, oh, so Rick is working with these two newbies. Okay. And now I know. I'm going to keep that to myself, but I also know who I am. And I'm like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I feel like the word traveled, but we didn't see the word traveling. Like I feel like they talk. Like I feel like Kim told Mac, Kim told, well, yeah, Kim told Mac because Mac will be the only one that don't know besides Kim and Mac. So I
Kim
guess
told
Kim,
Mac. Mac realistically is going to tell Allie.
well,
Like,
Allie already
basic,
knew.
yeah. So, I mean, at this point, Allie knows, Janae and Peter know, Kim knows because of that, Mac is told, Rick has already figured it out because he is kind of like, okay, we're in the Netherlands, it doesn't really matter. And then, I mean, everyone kind of knows. So there's like, it's literally like, okay, so is Ty going to get it right and
Right,
send Biggie home?
right.
Or is Ty gonna get it wrong and go home? Like, this is not a question.
Yeah. It was interesting to see because we saw Ty. Well, everybody goes to the map room except Biggie. Everybody goes. And we see Ty in the map room where everybody else was like, everybody was like, okay, what do we do? What do we, everybody knew. Everybody else knew. Everybody like, Amsterdam,
Mm.
we're in Amsterdam, we're in Amsterdam. No question about it. We know where we are. And we see Ty is like, my alliance told me Belgium, but something just seems off. So I'm like, does she know? Maybe she knows. That's a possibility she
Yeah,
knows.
it's a possibility. I mean, what other place could they possibly be right now? She literally just doesn't have information at this point. So she either guesses Belgium, which she thinks is probably the closest to the right answer, or she guesses a random place
Right.
and just prays to be right.
Yeah. But she guesses, she put her guess in, Destination X happens, and there it is. So we get back on the bus, and Jeffrey joins them, and he's like, I'm not beating around the bush. The person who has gotten it wrong and is leaving the game is Ty.
Yeah.
And she's like, me? And it was. She is the only one that put Belgium, uh,
Every
and
other
everybody else
person
to
is on
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. It's like literally a whole list of people in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and then she's 130 miles off. It's like, great, we're done here. Let's go home.
Right.
But
And it's sad. Ty is annoyed. She's like, she feels betrayed by her alliance. She's like, Allie usually says you're a girl's girl and you're not. Um, it just it felt she was very upset about it. Then Biggie explained that the reason he did what he did was because in order for it not to be him, he had to deceive one person into thinking it was somewhere else, and Ty was the person he chose. And so Ty was like, "Well, it's the game."
yeah, I will note that Ty's other option, if she didn't select Belgium, was Germany. So
Oh,
no matter what, she was going to be going home.
okay. And Jack had the lovely, lovely honor of talking and speaking with Ty, which on the exhibit interview. So you should go check that out. It will be out on the channel soon after or soon before this one. Well, soon after this video drops. So once you check out this video, go check out Ty's video and the interview with Ty. And it's gonna. I can't wait to watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, so I can't even get a chance to watch it.
Ty is was incredible to talk to. She gave some amazing insights on the breakdown of her strategy and what she thought led to her own elimination and gave us some really good tea. So I like always, but especially now, watch the exit interview. It is absolutely worth it.
Absolutely. I watched them all, even if I do them because they're incredible. And so now that I didn't do this one, I'm incredible. I'm excited to watch it. So we're gonna end this here because we appreciate, first of all, Jack, thank you for joining me again as always. And for stepping in when I couldn't do the interview today. I appreciate that so much.
And
Um,
thank you for doing this with me. It's so much fun.
It absolutely is. And we're going to be back next week and do it all over again because that's what we do. So thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Destination X. Please come back next week when we'll be talking more Destination X. Destination X. We'll have another exit interview, hopefully. And we're gonna have a good time here. So follow us and subscribe on this channel if you already have it. We appreciate if you do. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. Follow us on this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials at the Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, and where you can get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. We are going to say thanks so much and we're going to get out of here. So, cheers, y'all. All right.
Cheers.
Bye.